Have you ever wondered whether luck is truly random or if there's a hidden path that could lead you toward happiness and success? Imagine this. What if 5 unique numbers held the power to change your destiny, aligning your energy with growth and positivity? For centuries, spiritual seekers have turned to ancient Buddhist teachings, interwoven with astrology, numerology, and wisdom from renowned mystics. In this context, numbers are not just simple math. They are gateways to universal energies that can steer us toward opportunities and success. In today's video, we'll explore 5 extraordinary numbers with the potential to transform your life. These numbers are deeply rooted in spiritual traditions and enhanced by cosmic insights. Their vibrations can harmonize your energy, attract abundance, and illuminate your path forward. Each number represents a key that can unlock opportunities for new beginnings and powerful transformations. Are you ready to uncover this secret path to fortune? Before we begin, take a moment to set your intentions. Share a powerful affirmation in the comments below, declaring what you wish to attract. Say, "I am aligned with positive energies and ready for transformation." By doing this together, we amplify our collective energy, paving the way for success and prosperity. With our intentions aligned, let's dive into the mysteries of these 5 numbers and discover how they can guide you to your true destiny. Have you ever wondered whether luck is truly random or if there's a hidden path that could lead you toward happiness and success? Imagine this. What if 5 unique numbers held the power to change your destiny, aligning your energy with growth and positivity? For centuries, spiritual seekers have turned to ancient Buddhist teachings, interwoven with astrology, numerology, and wisdom from renowned mystics. In this context, numbers are not just simple math. They are gateways to universal energies that can steer us toward opportunities and success. In today's video, we'll explore 5 extraordinary numbers with the potential to transform your life. These numbers are deeply rooted in spiritual traditions and enhanced by cosmic insights. Their vibrations can harmonize your energy, attract abundance, and illuminate your path forward. Each number represents a key that can unlock opportunities for new beginnings and powerful transformations. Are you ready to uncover this secret path to fortune? Before we begin, take a moment to set your intentions. Share a powerful affirmation in the comments below, declaring what you wish to attract. Say, "I am aligned with positive energies and ready for transformation." By doing this together, we amplify our collective energy, paving the way for success and prosperity. With our intentions aligned, let's dive into the mysteries of these 5 numbers and discover how they can guide you to your true destiny. To align effectively with the energy of numbers, you must first prepare your mind and spirit. Practicing mindfulness and meditation helps you reach a receptive state, enabling you to connect with the vibrational power of numbers. Follow this simple yet powerful exercise to center yourself. 1. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed and sit comfortably. 2. Straighten your back, but remain relaxed. 3. Close your eyes and take deep breaths through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold your breath briefly, then exhale slowly through your mouth. 4. Repeat this breathing cycle several times, focusing only on the rhythm of your breath. Let go of distracting thoughts, cultivating a sense of calm and presence. As you reach a state of relaxation, picture the number you wish to align with glowing brightly in your mind's eye. Visualize it radiating energy that surrounds and fills you. Imagine connecting deeply with the qualities this number embodies, such as balance, abundance, transformation, or peace. Feel its warmth, vibration, or light wrapping around you, reinforcing your bond with the number's energy. Mindfulness isn't limited to meditation. It involves cultivating awareness in daily activities. Savor the taste of your meals, enjoy the feeling of sunlight on your skin, or listen attentively to the sounds of nature. Heightened awareness helps ground your energy. A scattered mind invites disorder, while a focused mind that attracts opportunity. Intentions play a vital role in shaping our reality and amplifying our energy. In Buddhism, mindful energy and clear intent guide the outcomes we manifest. Before aligning with a number, set a strong and heartfelt intention to magnify its influence. Here's how gratitude and belief strengthen your connection. Expressing genuine appreciation for your current blessings creates a flow of positive energy that attracts more abundance. Take time to reflect on your blessings and let gratitude fill you. This practice expands your energy field and prepares you to align with harmony. Believe deeply in your worthiness to receive. Eliminate doubts, focus on your goals, and visualize their successful achievement. Use affirmations like, "I am aligned with universal energy and open to receive blessings." This sends a clear and powerful message of alignment to the universe. Consider an example. An individual seeking inner peace and harmony chooses to align with the number 6, symbolizing unconditional love, care, and balance within relationships. Through regular mindfulness practices, gratitude, visualization, and compassionate actions, they foster deeper connections with themselves and others, illustrating the transformative power of intent and belief. With a calm mind and clear intentions, you are now ready to harness the transformative energy of numbers. Let's move forward and explore specific numbers and their unique vibrations that have the potential to reshape your life path.
Number 18, prosperity and new beginnings. The number 18 symbolizes the merging of ambition and material success, rooted in the energy of 1, which signifies leadership and initiation, and 8, which represents abundance and financial prosperity. This number is a beacon for those seeking wealth and growth. It encourages bold decisions, strategic planning, and a focus on long-term goals. In Eastern philosophies, 18 is often seen as an auspicious number for financial breakthroughs and transformative beginnings. If you're starting a new business or pursuing a significant opportunity, the energy of 18 supports decisive action and sustainable success. Number 22, Master Builder Energy. Known as a master number in numerology, 22 carries the energy of manifestation, precision, and vision. It combines the balance of 2 with amplified power, making it a number that turns dreams into reality. Often referred to as the Master Builder, 22 encourages you to dream big, but stay grounded in practicality. In Feng Shui, 22 is associated with creating stable foundations, symbolizing an unshakable path to financial and emotional security. Use this number to align your energy with achievable yet transformative goals. Number 33, divine guidance and generosity. Another master number, 33, embodies compassion, creativity, and spiritual generosity. Known as the Master Teacher, this number encourages alignment with higher purpose and the desire to uplift others. Combining the creative energy of 3 with its own double vibration, 33 is especially powerful for attracting wealth while giving back to the community. It signifies the cycle of abundance, where generosity leads to greater prosperity. If you are working on projects with a social or spiritual purpose, 33 amplifies their success and aligns them with universal energy. Number 66, wealth and emotional fulfillment. Doubling the nurturing energy of 6, the number 66 resonates with financial stability and emotional well-being. In Western numerology, it's considered a number of harmonious growth and abundance in relationships and resources. In Eastern philosophies, 66 represents a balance between material wealth and spiritual satisfaction, symbolizing the perfect flow of energy between receiving and giving. Aligning with this number encourages you to focus on gratitude, generosity, and mindful investments, ensuring long-lasting prosperity. Number 88. Infinite abundance. A number revered across cultures, 88 is the ultimate symbol of abundance, wealth, and infinite possibilities. Its shape, resembling the infinity symbol, emphasizes unending opportunities and continuous growth. In Chinese culture, 88 is particularly auspicious, representing double happiness and amplified prosperity. Aligning with the number 88 calls for a clear focus on expanding wealth while maintaining balance. Use its energy to attract financial freedom, long-term stability, and success in ventures. By understanding and harnessing the energy of these 5 numbers, you align yourself with transformative opportunities, inviting not only material wealth, but also a flow of balanced, lasting abundance. Now, let's explore how to activate their power through mindful actions, gratitude, and clear intentions. To fully integrate the energy of specific numbers into your daily life, intentional rituals and mindful practices are essential. These practices transform abstract energies into meaningful actions that align with your goals, creating a powerful synergy between intention and reality. Start by finding a quiet place to sit comfortably. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, allowing your mind to calm. As you take deep breaths, visualize the number you want to connect with in your mind's eye. See it glowing and radiating energy, filling you with its unique vibration. Imagine how this energy manifests in your life. For example, if you are focusing on the number 10 for leadership and new beginnings, envision moments where you confidently take charge, setting bold plans in motion and unlocking potential for success. Feel this energy guiding your decisions and actions. To deepen this connection, create affirmations that align with your chosen number's energy. For the spiritual and intuitive energy of 11, you might affirm, "I trust my inner wisdom and align with universal energy to manifest my dreams." If you resonate with the independence and prosperity of 19, say, "I embrace my unique path and welcome abundant opportunities with gratitude." Repeating these affirmations daily helps reinforce your intentions, syncing your energy with the results you wish to achieve. Words and visualizations are important, but taking meaningful action is key to fully harnessing the energy of these numbers. For example, if the number 28 inspires wealth through collaboration, focus on strengthening partnerships and building harmonious connections with others to achieve mutual success. If 66 encourages balance and generosity, dedicate time to nurturing your relationships and practicing gratitude for the resources you already have, creating space for more abundance to flow into your life. The universe responds when thoughts and intentions are paired with deliberate, intentional steps. Trust your intuition to guide you toward actions aligned with the vibration of your chosen number. For instance, if the energy of 19 urges independence, take concrete steps to pursue a project or decision that emphasizes self-reliance. If 11 calls you to embrace spiritual insight, dedicate time to meditation or journaling to deepen your connection to higher wisdom. To further integrate these energies, remain mindful of the positive changes occurring in your life. Take note of small shifts that align with your goals and express gratitude for the opportunities and energy these numbers bring. At the end of each day, reflect on your progress and reaffirm your connection to your chosen number's essence. This creates a cycle of positive transformation, amplifying the energy you've cultivated. By practicing these mindful steps, you turn abstract vibrations into tangible actions that align your life with the powerful energies of these numbers. With this strong foundation, let's explore how consistent practices and supportive connections can further magnify these transformative effects. As we reach the end of this journey into the transformative energies of numbers, remember, you are not walking this path alone. Every intention, thought, and action you take resonates with the universe, creating ripples that extend far beyond yourself. I invite you to continue this journey by sharing your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your reflections could be exactly what someone else needs to find their own next step forward. This collective exchange is more than interaction. It is a powerful affirmation of our shared energy. Each comment, every personal story, and each declaration contributes to a growing community of like-minded individuals, all striving to align with higher intentions and bring positive change to their lives. By sharing, you amplify not just your own energy, but the collective energy we are building together. Take a moment now to reflect. Which number resonated with you the most? How do you plan to harness its energy to transform your life? Share your thoughts below and join us in creating a space where energy flows freely, uplifting all who are part of it. If this journey has brought you value, consider supporting our growing community by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Doing so not only empowers the creation of more transformative content, but strengthens the web of positive energy we weave together. Thank you for joining us on this journey and for believing in the power of aligned intentions. Together, we continue to manifest growth, purpose, and the life we truly desire.